Hi, Gemini. So, this is your reading for the month of April. I'm going to get into the astrology for a few minutes and then we're going to move into the pick an object, and I will do a card spread for each object. So, you pick the object you're most drawn to. For the month of April, Gemini, it's going to be a pretty good month, I think, for you. There's not a whole lot of difficulties. The middle of the month is going to improve when Mercury, your ruling planet, moves into Aries. It's been squaring Gemini, going retrograde and conjuncting Neptune and squaring Gemini. For some of you, you're going through a pretty rough time right now. Those Geminis that are born, I would say, between the 7th of June to about the 11th of June. If you're born within those days, you are having Neptune squaring your sun, and you also have had the Mercury retrograde in Pisces conjuncting Neptune squaring your sun. So it's been a time of confusion for the Geminis that are born between June 7th and June 11th or close to those dates. Mercury, however, is moving into Aries. It's going direct. So the first week of April, Mercury will go direct, and it's in Pisces, squaring Gemini. So it's going to be a bit challenging. The second half of April is definitely going to be easier. The first half of April could have some miscommunications, confusion, and lack of energy for all Geminis, but especially people born in those dates in June, between, the 7th and the 11th of June. Mars is entering Gemini at the beginning of the month, so this will help add some energy. If you've been feeling a bit lethargic in March, you should be able to get a little more focused and have more energy, and this is for all Geminis in the month of April, as Mars enters Gemini on April 1st. The full moon on April 19th is going to be in the fifth house or sixth house, depending on your chart. And the new moon on April 5th is at 15 degrees Aries, which is your solar 11th house. So there could be some socializing this month. Jupiter's still opposing Gemini, your sun. So for those Geminis that are born around the 15th of June, this should be a very active time for you as well. A lot of relationship potential in this period of time. In April, the month of April, definitely some socializing. You could definitely meet some new friends, and you could have some expansion in your personal relationships. You could meet, you could just kind of, have more social energy for socializing, and opportunities to meet people, interesting people that you can have interesting conversations with, and all of that. So April looks like it has, except for that Pisces, looks like a pretty good month. Definitely the second half of April is going to be easier than the first half for many of you. And that Mars entering into Aries is really good too. Mars entering in Aries, Mars entering into Gemini, is really going to be very good for us Geminis. Give us a lot more energy and some more mental focus. It's been a bit foggy for a lot of us. March was pretty foggy. So we have these three objects. We have the Organite for group 1. We have the Moonstone for group 2, and we have the Selenite for group 3. I am going to bring in some guides and some Mercury energy and some Gemini energy. I bring in guides that represent those energies, and those energies actually will come in and I can actually channel them to a point. Not exactly channel them, but I can invoke them. Okay, so I'm going to pause the video while I shuffle just so it's easier for me to load and everything, upload. Okay, so I'm going to pause and then I'm going to shuffle for group 1 and then I'm going to lay out the cards. Okay, group 1, the Organite. These are your cards. Okay. So far I'm liking it. Okay, interesting month ahead, group 1. Very interesting month ahead. So there's definitely a change in a friendship, lots of communication. You could start a new relationship with definitely an older man. Okay. There's a new older man coming in for many of you. There's a lot of networking, communication, some luck. There's been a block. Okay, so you've been a bit blocked. You've had a block. You've wanted to start some new projects, some that involve communication, that could involve, this could even be a relationship that you've wanted to start. And it looks like this month you will definitely be able to start this new relationship. It could involve travel, communication with somebody that is far away. This person is going to be lucky. There's a real luck energy coming through and positive change. This friend is somebody who is very positive. There's definitely, there's a friendship. This could be just a friend. It could go. It could really be a different types of relationships. I'm not seeing anything that says it's definitely a romantic relationship. It could absolutely be a romantic relationship. There's nothing that says it's not a romantic relationship, but there's nothing that says, I shouldn't say there's nothing that says it doesn't scream romantic relationship. However, it absolutely still could be one, just because we don't have. I kind of prefer it when it's like this anyway, because it's a little more open. When it's super romance, for some people that's great. For other people that aren't looking for romance, it's a little annoying for me as the reader doing these general readings, because makes it less general. This person coming in is going to bring in a lot of positivity, positive change, long-term positive change. There's a new job opportunity coming in. There's job opportunity that could involve travel. There's a lot of opportunities coming in for this group. in all different avenues of life. Like I said, there's some relationships, there's communication, there's new jobs, brand new job for some of you that could involve traveling and networking and communicating of some sort of communication. The communication's really strong. It's very positive. There's a lot of luck coming in for this group, a lot of new experiences in all different could be all different avenues of life. Relationships in general, whether it's business or romantic, and there's some business opportunities coming in as well. So just a lot of communication. There's a lot going on. There's a lot going on in this spread for the first group, the Gemini first group. I'm going to pull a few tarot cards, see if we can get a little bit more definition here. Doesn't really help too much. Well, so yeah, that's more of the new, very, very positive. Very positive. It's continuing on with the theme of these cards, right? There's balance, there's new opportunities, there's success, there's luck, there's new employment, new jobs. It doesn't look like a whole new career. It looks more like a job that is going to take you away. It's going to, even if it's inspiring, it's going to take you away, and you will get to network and communicate with people. There could be an older man involved in this, but it's somebody with a very youthful spirit. If you're meeting an older man, he does have a youthful spirit and is very optimistic and is ready to start a new adventure. There has been some blocks in the past, and these blocks looks like there's major improvement with some of these things that were blocking you in the last few months and possibly in March. March has been a strange month. So I think that's it for Gemini. It's pretty general. These cards I've pulled are really kind of general, which is kind of good and bad. For some of you, this could be an older child that you get to go on a trip with. That's kind of very specific, and that's not going to be for everyone, obviously. And for some of you, you could end up getting a dog, but that's not going to be for everybody. The older child going on a trip with an older child, or your oldest child, or having an improved communication with your older children. An older child is, or if you're a grandparent, you could become a grandparent. Actually, that's pretty strong in these cards. If you could become a grandparent in this month, and you could also get a dog. So that's not going to be for everybody, obviously, but that's pretty strong. That might fit for some of you, but that is something that's happening in this spread. If somebody personally came to me, that might fit perfectly with what they're going through right now. But this is a general reading for a lot of people, but I wanted to throw that out there. So it could be definitely a good month to get a dog if you're thinking about getting a dog, and it could also be a good month with your oldest child or having a grandchild. Anyway, that's it for group 1. Thank you so much. And I do personal readings. I do astrology. I have over 30 years experience with astrology. I have about the same with tarot, and some few years experience with the Lenormand cards. That's what I'm using here. And I do psychic readings. I do all kinds of psychic readings, do all kinds of energy work, and even do some spell work. I haven't done a whole lot of professional spell work, but I do all kinds of everything metaphysical. But anyway, you can sign up for a reading. I'll leave my information in the description. I have an Etsy store, and you could email me directly. And I can give you more information about what I do. I can combine everything, the cards, astrology, psychic stuff, or I can do focus on one thing more than the other, or I don't know. I'm pretty flexible. I'm a Gemini, so I'm pretty flexible and eclectic. Anyway, bye for now. Hello, group 2, the Moonstone group. So I'm going to flip the cards over, see what we got here. This group, it's funny, I get astrological information. This group's going to have a much better second half of April. I'm getting that intuitively. It's not even from the cards. But actually, this looks like an interesting... So there's a business deal for this group in the month of April. A new opportunity, a new message is coming in through a man. Could be a man and a woman. It's going to be very, very important. Very important message, very important opportunity. You could end up traveling. If it's not, you're actually traveling, it is going to take you onto a bit of a journey. It could be a mental journey. It could be an experiential journey. It's going to be a very, very positive experience. It could involve a friend. And it's a new commitment. It's a new partnership. It could be romantic. It doesn't, like the first group, it doesn't scream romance. I mean, it doesn't not say it's romantic. Does that make sense? Like it could absolutely be a romantic partnership with a soulmate, or it could be a business partnership with a soulmate, or it could be combination. It's going to be a new opportunity. You have to be a little bit careful that there's not some deception and lies going on. The snake here can be liar and manipulator. So you have to be a little bit careful that you're not getting yourself into that. But overall, it looks like the experience is going to be a good experience, despite some of the potential problems. Very important. There's just, it's very, very important. It's like, and it's going to just come to you. You're going to have, there's not a whole lot to say. I mean, it could either be a business partnership and it's new, a new business partnership, a new business adventure. And there's a lot of, like I said, there's a soulmate quality to it, not just romantic, but it could be business as well. And it's going to be a very, very important month. It's going to be very important, and it's going to be a new opportunity and a new partnership for group 2. So this is really good. This is a really, really interesting month, group 2. And I was getting that it was the second half of the month was really gonna things were really gonna start moving for group two. That's when I was actually putting down the cards and not even looking at the cards. That information was coming in. That applies to this group more than, well, I don't know, more than it did to group one. I don't know about group three yet. Okay. Huh. Okay. So this is, wow. Group two. Oh my goodness. Yeah. Definite partnership. Very, very positive, very important. This person's going to seem like a soulmate. They could be a bigger person. They could be a kind of a big guy. If it's a guy, it could be a bear kind of guy, a big guy. Or it could just be a very powerful, overbearing type of guy, if you're dealing with a guy. Uh, if it's a woman, it's going to be somebody who's very motherly and uh, very motherly type of woman, if that's who you're partnering with. And they're most likely foreign or far away, and you definitely have a soulmate connection with this person. And there's a lot of positive. It's very, very positive, very, very partnership oriented. You know, if you're not looking for a romantic partner, it's definitely supports a business partner as well, but they're going to be friends with you. You're going to have a real strong connection to this person. Oops. Oh, crap. Oops, sorry. I keep like I kicked it and then I'm trying to anyway, that was a mess. So anyway, group two, I do personal readings. I have over 30 years experience as doing astrology, studying astrology, experiencing astrology, tarot card reading, Lenormand. I am a trained intuitive. I do all kinds of psychic and clairvoyant readings. If you're interested in any of that, you can email me. And I also have an Etsy store as well. You can find me on Etsy. I'll put everything in the description below. So I hope this was helpful. Looks like a very, very, very interesting month for you, group two. So anyway, have a fabulous April. Bye for now. Hi, group three. Okay, here are your cards. I'm getting a real Taurus vibe, so I'm wondering if maybe this is going to be more towards the Taurus end of April. It's a heavier feel to it right away. Okay, so this is pretty intense. Okay, group three. I might pull out the tarot cards right away. This is quite an interesting month ahead. April's going to be pretty interesting for group three. Looks like there could be definite, I shouldn't say definite, but a move. There's going to be some sort of communication that comes through a letter, an email from a man, and it's going to put an end to something that's been troubling and bothering you. So there's an end to something that's been troubling and bothering you. It could even be a finalization. For some of you, it could be a finalization from a divorce. Divorce gets finalized, or a divorce you might decide to get divorced. There's some sort, but it looks like a final, some sort of final notification that is going to put an end to some stress that you've been experiencing around a commitment. And this it does look like could be some travel. Each group had like journey, this journey energy that you were going to go on this journey. This definitely looks like a move. Not everyone, obviously not everyone's going to move in April, but there is a changing of leaving your home, uh, metaphorically and literally for some of you. There's a leaving your residence, leaving your actual home, going on some sort of journey, beginning a journey this month. And there is a romantic heart space. There's definitely, there's a romantic type of relationship in the cards here. Is it a romantic relationship? Maybe not for everyone. It could be like this is a general reading, so it could be something that you just hold very dear to you. Your house, you could hold your house and your family very dear to you, and you will be getting some sort of notification, uh, and there's a man involved. Though it looks like it's an end to a stressful situation more than the beginning of a stressful situation, if that makes sense. And it looks like a very positive move or journey that you're going to start on from this finalization, from this something coming to an end. This, and it will come in the form of some sort of email or communication, usually like, letter or email, and it could be legal documents as well. So let me pull a couple of cards and see what we get. Okay, so that's so yeah, there's been a lot of stress. There's been a lot of stress for this group, and it looks like it's coming to an end with the Lenormand cards. This is a very positive card. This is a very creative card. And so the theme seems to be that there's been some long-term stress, especially something involving a commitment of some sort of legally binding type of thing, especially, and that stress and worry is coming to an end this month, and then there's an opportunity to create the life you want. Some of you may have to move. Some of you may not move physically, but you have to move mentally. There is a lot of love. There's a real strong like family or big heart space energy that's supporting this shift. Okay, there's a lot of heart energy. There's a lot of love, stable, family grounded type of love that can support you in this powerful shift that's happening in this month. Again, I keep getting Taurus. We do have the sun entering Taurus on it's like April 20th, 21st. So I don't know if this is, you have a lot of Taurus, or there's, energy, I just keep hearing Taurus. And let me tune in here. Yeah, they're saying that it's going to be when the sun enters Taurus, so the last 10 days of April are going to be very significant for this group. So I think that's it for this group. I do personal readings. If you've listened to the other two groups, I go through this with each group. I do personal readings. I have over 30 years experience with astrology. Oops, I keep hitting my camera. Uh, I do psychic readings. Obviously, I do card readings. I can combine them all together into one reading, though I usually end up doing mostly a psychic reading, though, unless it's strictly astrology. Trying to think what else. I'll leave my information in the description below. And thank you so much, Group 3. And things will definitely be improving, especially the guides are telling me towards when the sun is into Taurus in April. And yeah, you got a lot of good stuff on the way, and a really powerful adventure. You have a powerful adventure ahead of you, or journey ahead of you. Once some of this other stuff clears out, some of this stress ends. Okay, Group 3, thank you so much, and bye for now.